So, it's a different setup than I've ever done before. Seeing as this is like my second time, that's not surprising. But I don't know if the microphone sucks. Earlier today I did a test and it was like buzzing real loud and like clicking. And so if that's happening, there is no way for me to know that. Alternatively, if you cannot hear me at all, there's really no way for me to know that either, save for someone telling me. And I don't really know how this is going to work. But fighting some elements, committed to filming outside, which puts me at a performance risk for being heard by people beyond the stream who've opted into it. And it also introduces a huge element of humidity, which I was hoping to not spend as much time tuning this time, but we'll see how this does. So the theme for this time is sort of twofold. All of these songs are I think slightly out of my range vocally. I have about a 6-note range, and most of these songs don't use any of those notes. The other theme is that every one of these songs is a song that I love that's done like with a big band arrangement. And so as I hear it in my head, I like hear the drums and the bass and the horns and all these things that build this. And it sounds weaker to me as I play it with just the acoustic. But I didn't want to not play these songs because of that. Maybe they'd just be their own special versions of it. So this first one is the song that I'm obsessed with right now, and it's the only song I'm playing on this guitar, which is tuned to open D, which I have never tuned a guitar to before. So I already tuned this one, Allison. Sorry about that. And I just checked it right before we clicked live. So without further ado, we're going to test the limits of my vocal range. And if you're listening and you're like, man, he's just not hitting those notes, if you'd please leave, just X out of the stream and go elsewhere. And that's how I'll know if something's going wrong, because it'll be empty in here. Mama, it's a mad, mad world. I feel bad for all the boys and girls falling in from the astral plane, out of the great unknown to the grand insane. But listen, children, I've got good news. You don't have to play by the rules. So step on up and just stake your claim, and I'm gonna teach you how to play the game. Just throw your punches and have no hesitance. Follow hunches in spite of evidence. This whole earth is just a private residence, and you could be president. Mama, I hate to say that dog eat dog seems like the only way to take your seat in the captain's chair. Lord knows the golden rule ain't gonna get you there. So don't be humble and don't be kind. All that noise is just a waste of time. And pay no mind to what the people say, yeah, so long as the people say your name. Just throw your punches and have no hesitance. Follow hunches in spite of evidence. This whole earth is just a private residence, and you could be president. Mama, it's hard to see that old lady called liberty weeping into the New York could console her, this is what I'd say. Just throw your punches and have no hesitance. Follow hunches in spite of evidence. This whole earth is just a private residence, and it's all yours, and you can make your mess of it. Run your mouth and mix all your messages. Spin the truth until you can't make sense of it. It's all fine if you keep on bending it, and you could be president. And you could be president. And you could be president. There's a thing that happens when I start playing where I close my eyes, obviously a lot, because I'm terrified to be here. But also, like, I heard something behind me, and I don't know if there's, like, a neighbor who's come out who started listening or who's trying to get me to stop playing because their children are trying to sleep or something. I just don't know. I'm just in a zone. So if something crazy happens, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to handle that. Yesterday, Justin texted me and said that if I hear fireworks during the live show, to just go with it. But I think he thought it was yesterday, so I don't know if he made plans to launch fireworks somewhere in the background tonight. We'll just have to wait and see. So obviously, I was really nervous leading up to all this, and so I practiced like 4 times today, and that's why you can hear my voice isn't where it normally is. Also, my fingers are mostly raw from practicing just that song on just that guitar. This is a nice forgiving nylon string guitar. So we're gonna try something here. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. I don't have a ton of range with this microphone, how close I can put it to my stuff because it has like a 4-inch cord. But we'll try this. It's a bit quieter of a song, so some of the nuances may be lost. The evening smolders into night. Turn up the music and I'll drive into the city lights. The wind is on your face. I'm blowing kisses down from outer space. So baby, won't you be part of my fantasy? 'Cause I can't sit and wait around until eventually let me take you home and watch your garden grow a little closer, and I'll make it so you can't say no. Caress the rhythm with our feet. We move as one and everyone around can feel the heat. Let's take a step outside, 'cause me and you got something we should hide. So baby, won't you be part of my fantasy? 'Cause I can't sit and wait around until eventually let me take you home and watch your garden grow a little closer, and I'll show you how I know. And it's making me crazy to be your friend when you're my fantasy, yeah. The morning's melted into day. We're nose to nose and I don't think that I could turn away. The world is in this room. The world is in this room. Baby, won't you be part of my fantasy? 'Cause I can't sit and wait around until eventually let me take you home and watch your garden grow a little closer, and I'll make it so you can't say no. There's one line in that song which I don't appreciate and I don't think aged well, but yet it's a habit to say it. So I did my best to edit it that second time, but it absolutely slipped out the first and the last time. Sorry about that. I said if I knew being here with you today would mean being alone tomorrow, I would gladly trade all of my tomorrows away for a moment with you. Brown-eyed blues, you can find yourself another fool. I said, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. Can you look into my eyes? Or has your heart gone blind? Well, can you look into your own and find the safe place to hide? Brown-eyed blues, you can find yourself another fool. I said, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. Why be with strangers when you could be with your friends? If you're ever lonely, you know that I'm lonely too, and I'ma stay lonely until I'm again with you. Brown-eyed blues, you can find yourself another fool. I said, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. I said, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. I hurt my thumb at some point during that. And the voice disappears. Further and further it goes. And my page turned at some point. I'm cheating with the lyrics here. After last time when I just forgot the lyrics, decided to have the insurance policy just off camera. But yeah, did okay. Made it out alive. Yeah, I don't know what I did to my thumb, but it's bruising. It's already turning dark. Oh no. Well, let's hope it doesn't fall off before. There's like 3 more songs. Another long, quiet night. Another long, quiet, lonely night. Oh, spent at your side. Not a lot left to say. There's not a lot that I still could say. Oh, oh. to change your mind. With a little bit of money we could buy us a car. With a little luck we could get away from where we are. Let's get out of here. We'll drive 1,000 miles an hour. We'll fly by wheat fields and water towers. We'll go and we'll go and we'll go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Now the look in your eyes, you know the look right before you cry. Oh, it's always here. So when the day when you wake, in the morning when you awake, oh, let's disappear. With a little bit of money we could buy us a car. With a little luck we could get away from where we are. Let's get out of here. We'll fly 1,000 miles an hour. We'll fly by wheat fields and water towers. We'll go and we'll go and we'll go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. We'll drive 1,000 miles an hour. We'll fly by wheat fields and water towers. We'll go and we'll go and we'll go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, something's definitely wrong with my thumb. That's not good. How was everyone tonight? We've got 3 left. 3 left in the set list before my voice disappears completely. Perfect. It's called ambience. So I used to play in a bar with some frequency, and it was a tiny, tiny bar. And if like 12 people showed up, it felt super packed, and it was awesome. And no one paid attention to me or cared that I was there, taking up like half of the space with an amp. But I feel like 10 people here. This is my peak. This is right in that sweet spot of my popularity. Hey, Maya, why don't you leave the other dogs alone? Let's check the tuning real quick. It's for you, Allison. Now, I thought it would go sharp on account of the wood stretching with the humidity. But it went flat because it's a nylon string, and that's what nylon strings do. We'll call that good enough, eh? No one cares. Dodson. We got Dodson. Nobody cares. People are talking about people. I hear them whisper, you won't believe it, darling. They think we're lovers, kept undercover, but I ignore it. But they keep saying that we laugh just a little too loud, we stand just a little too close, we stare just a little too long. Maybe they're seeing something we don't, darling. Let's give them something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love? so foolish, I never noticed. You act so nervous. Could you be falling for me? It took a rumor to make me wonder. Now I'm convinced that I'm going under, 'cause I'm thinking about you every day, dreaming about you every night. I'm hoping that you feel the same way. Now that we know it, let's really show it, darling. Let's give them something to talk about, a little mystery to figure out. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love? Let's give them something to talk about, a little mystery to figure out. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love? In that zone that I go to, apparently my leg fell asleep too. It's a magical place, this musical zone. I was prepared tonight. It was checking the forecast. It was supposed to rain, and I was not excited, but willing to move onto my deck. But like the Wi-Fi's bad, like 6 feet that way. So it's gonna have to like run something out a window with a router, and it's gonna be a whole big thing. I'm glad that while I may be jinxing it, it looks nice. I feel like we'll be okay. Okay, 2 more. Last time I really made a big deal out of like introducing the songs and stuff like that, and I'm not doing that this time. Sorry about that. If you were really wondering who those songs were, the first one was "You Could Be President" by Theo Katzman. I think I did say that one. Eventually by a band named Zox, who I don't know if they exist anymore, but they came to my college when I was in college. Brown Eyed Blues by Ben Harper. 1,000 Miles an Hour by OK Go, and that was Something to Talk About by Bonnie Raitt, who I almost got to see live. She was supposed to be here with James Taylor, and she got sick, unfortunately, and James Taylor still played. I got to see him, but I was really excited to see Bonnie Raitt, and to my dismay, no Bonnie. This is a song from like 20 years ago, and I covered this. We covered it, Camo Pancakes, my band, several years ago. Camo Pancakes covered this, and we did this like calypso, like Tex-Mex verse with a total reggae chorus, with like a harsh stop sort of between the two. And I'm going to try to keep it somewhere close to where I hear that in my head. And I think there's a recording of this online somewhere that I may link to in a description. But if you think I'm screaming now, just wait till you hear that recording. Made up their minds and they started packing. They left before the sun came up that day, an exit to eternal summer slacking. But where were they going without ever knowing the way? They drank up the wine and they got to talking. They now had more important things to say. And when the car broke down, they started walking. But where were they going without ever knowing the way? Anyone can see the road that they walk on is paved with gold. It's always summer, they'll never get cold. They'll never get hungry, they'll never get old and gray. You can see the shadows wandering on somewhere. They won't make it home, but they really don't care. They wanted the highway, they're happier there today. Today. The children woke up, they couldn't find them. They left before the sun came up that day. They just drove off and left it all behind them. But where were they going without ever knowing the way? Anyone can see the road that they walk on is paved with gold. It's always summer, they'll never get cold. They'll never get hungry, they'll never get old and gray. You can see the shadows wandering on somewhere. They won't make it home, but they really don't care. They wanted the highway, they're happier there today. Anyone can see the road that they walk on is paved with gold. They'll never get hungry, they'll never get old and gray. You can see the shadows wandering off somewhere. They won't make it home, but they really don't care. They wanted the highway, they're happier there today, today. So apparently it's a theme now. We forget the lyrics in at least one song. It takes 2 points to make a straight line. All right, this is the last song. That was The Way by Fastball. I'm gonna turn down the mic just a hair. I hope it still sounds okay. If it's clicking or if I'm playing way too loud and it's like fuzzing, please say something, let me know. I can also see that people have tipped, there's a dollar sign, and it just says 1.4. So I'm assuming it's 1.4 thousand. I feel like that's a safe assumption. I mean, they would have just added a zero if it was $1.40, but I don't see a zero. It's just dollar sign 1.4. So thank you for your generosity. I am donating all of the money raised tonight to myself. I have no real video job right now, so. That was a firework, which it seemed big, and I don't know that I would have pegged Justin for that large of an explosion within the city limits where he works, but thanks. I guess this makes this the encore. I wrote this song. I wrote this song in 2013, and I got to record it with a guy named Adam Mendelson on the drums. And Adam is a drummer for the Air Force jazz band, and he's phenomenal. And so there's a really cool version, which, again, finishing the theme for the night, in my head I hear this awesome version with him playing drums, and you just get to hear me sort of beating wildly at this nylon string guitar and hoping it sounds good as I continue to lose my voice. But thanks for hanging out. This is it. So I don't read enough and I'm behind on the movies. Culture won't slow down, I still haven't seen newsies. And a few of these floozies went through these amateur musicians. I can fill it with an Uzi. So who's me? Just some brother with a notebook. Choke look the wrong way the joke took. Bait switch, fake rich and make bets, build debts. And let's just pretend to act rich like an actress in an industry that's booming off the predictability of the consumer consuming and assuming the worst while resuming the verse is the curse of the kind jerk with a time smirk like clockwork. So wait your turn because I'm not quite through yet. Book tickets coast to coast, 5 first class on a blue jet. And you bet in a year check my new set and you'll see that I successfully redefined music. It's late and I'm sleepless, and fate says I'll be less than the man that I'm needed to be. But when I hold you, you'll see that I'm trying to be just a slightly better version of me. I stuck a walk in a toaster. And I don't mean to boast, but the budget that I'm balling on is still less than most of the folks that have been doing this for years and years. And I'm just some dude from St. Louis that nobody hears. Just some dude with a dog, couple guitars and a smile. Hip-hop and jazz mixed up with a little bit of smile and a pile of cash waiting in a couple of miles. Lets my lyrics digress to musical exile. So the odds are stacked against me, but I'm making my move. I gotta be bold, but still courteous and deliciously smooth. And you can bet, even though I ain't got nothing to prove, they got a room set apart from my art at the Louvre. It's late and I'm sleepless, and fate says I'll be less than the man that I'm needed to be. But when I hold you, you'll see that I'm trying to be just a slightly better version of me. I told her, call me when you get this, and I hope my text went through. I told her time and time again, girl, this whole thing's for you. I put my heart and soul in music, set it a public view. So if this whole thing crashes down, I hope she still thinks I'm cute. And a few more times I might put my thoughts in a song. Oh my God. A few more times I might put my thoughts in a song. Even if the whole thing is useless and I'm doing it wrong, I got a feeling as long as I look kind of strong, I could be an account and we still get along. So all that's left is effort with the right attitude. A tip of the hat, open a car door, and just to be rude. And I hope you understand, I don't mean to intrude. I'll say it again, at the end of the day, I'm just some dude. But how did I get here? And what did I do to make all of my dreams come true? Won't take you for granted, and I won't be so candid, but I don't think that I understand. This is not the way that I planned it. So beautiful, I can't stand it. I know that you don't demand it, but I'll do it for free. It's late and I'm sleepless, and fate says I'll be less than the man that I'm needed to be. But when I hold you, you'll see that I'm trying to be just a slightly better version of me. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate all 10 of you and whoever else popped in and disappeared. And anyone who came and watched this later and afterwards, I hope the microphone worked, not monitoring any audio. I just don't know. I don't know who Jay is. Jay commented last week and Jessie thought it was her mom. But the comment was like, get dat money. And I don't think that was my mother-in-law. So Jay, hi, welcome back again. That's all. Thanks for hanging out. If I need to do the preachy thing where like I say something like that's on my heart right now, it would be this. Take the time to listen. That's it. What do you have to lose by listening? That's everything. That's everything this week. Have a wonderful night.